shit! Hello guys on the flight field. I don't know if this is a good idea. It's pretty windy. I think it's a pretty easy flyer. It has 4S. What can a bit of wind do against this? Here it is! I had to glue in servos like this here and install the linkage, but holders were already glued in place, as well as the kind of pre-built. This wood spar was glued in. You had to glue on the back half of the fuselage, and I also had to glue in the tail section, glue in those servos there. Now I will install the motor and the ESC here. All in all, it should be a fairly simple build, and what I've seen online, it flies pretty well. So shout out to Ground Control RC, I've seen 2 of his videos. And of course Andrew Newton has to be one of the main sources of information when you're doing builds like this. Check out his reviews as well, of course. The side bay is a really nice option. Tons of space in this fuselage. Here you can see the wing extension, so you can choose if you have 1.5 meters of wingspan or only 110. I imagine if you have 110 wingspan, it will be a pretty fast glider, but this way it should be a more efficient glider. They supply everything you need, every screw, every servo extension lead. That was nice. The motor, the ESC has to be soldered. But yeah, that means you can optimize the cable length. I think that and the cost savings is what they had in mind. And you also get lots of spare wood parts. A bit weird is the cabling here. You see, I had to take the red wire of the servo connected to the 5 volts out and not to the 3 ports that are next to each other. I soldered the white cable on this side to have more spacing in between. Since I'm all into flying digital video feed, DJI in my case, I totally forgot to mention this VTX, this analog VTX that also comes in this rather cheap package. Just note we get this, let's open it. This Atom, rather nice, active fan cooled aluminum case VTX, a Fox here toothless board, some wires and a useless linear antenna. Thanks Luis for being my newest patron. So thanks to all of my patrons for supporting me. Didn't put any sticker on it yet. Let's just give it a first flight and see how far this journey can go. But I'm excited. For this main flight I have an 1800 milliamp Lipo, but it was too light all the way in the front, so I put both in at the same time but only connected once. Not ideal, but in that kind of wind you rather want to be nose heavy than tail heavy. And I'm starting directly into the sun, which is a really good idea. Whoa. It's an outright storm. So it's not nice to fly in this kind of winds. And you can park it into the wind, of course. Oh, shit! The wings broke. I think the wings broke. Maybe the carbon spar broke, and then this is a total failure. Oh no! I hope I can glue this. Can I glue this back? And I'm so much disappointed right now. But a carbon spar shall not break. And I'm happy that this happened today and not on a long range mission. Look what I found here. And it broke on the back side as well. Of course, also the motor. Why did the motor break or the prop? Let me know in the comments what you think about AGST. I mean, this is AtomRC and they also have the dolphin. The dolphin is supposed to be cool. But yeah, the AGST brand, I'm not so sure. Maybe this was the last thing that Banggood sent me. First and maybe last flight of the AGST SEAL. Let's head back to the studio and wrap this up. Back in the hangar, this is the culprit. This carbon tubing. Can somebody with an expertise on carbon tell me if this is shitty carbon? I will be flying the short wing version. I found a carbon tube in my collection that is the right diameter to fit inside the other tube. So this is the tube that you're supposed to use, and there's another carbon tubing in there, which the small one or the larger one goes around, and I will also have one in the center. So there's a lot of carbon now, and this cannot break. And this here is also a longer version of. So I hope with this we have enough structural integrity. This is how it looks now with the short wing setup and some stickers.
No wait, welcome to HTX.
Okay, I was lucky and got a camera woman, and we'll do a second flight in the short wing configuration. Hope it works better than yesterday. But it should. Really should. Yes. It worked very nice in medium winds, not high winds as yesterday. And as I thought, now it's a speedy and fun, not glider, but yeah, just fun plane. Not sure if it's an FPV plane, we will see this in the future. But yeah, today the flight was great. It now has a 33 104 cell in it, and the CG is about right. So if I wanna also use an action cam on the canopy, I would move the battery maybe 2 or 3 centimeters into the back. What I don't like too much, tape of the sticker doesn't stick, as the name implies. What I liked is this compartment door on the side with a magnetic latch. It's really large and you can fit the battery from the side. For the longer batteries, this is a nice way. The motor has a lot of down thrust. Some good props from the good old days. This little thing here came broken, so I have to use a screwdriver to get it up. And I like how the plane looks now. Of course I will fly this more and might even fly this FPV. If you want to see the journey of this plane on my channel, please subscribe. Use the bell icon as well, so that you don't miss the uploads. Do the servos live long enough? What about the ESC? It's a 30 amp ESC, and if I stress it, what will happen? The motor, the structural integrity, yeah, there are a lot of question marks. And I even put the eShin sticker on there, even it might be a bad thing. In the front you have this little foam part that you take out, and then you can stick in such a tiny can. Maybe glue it in or double-sided sticky tape it in. Thanks Banggood for sending me this. I don't use affiliate links, but I'm happy that they still send me stuff. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.